today. Please, let's invite Pastor Gbenga one more time.
That is said by 9:30 we should be in the other section scheduled for today. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. We serve God of possibilities, and we are the one that are limiting ourselves. I want to thank our Father and the Lord and our mom for this opportunity to stand before this exalted altar this morning. Thank you, Daddy, for yet another opportunity. I will just share is that most times we look at people when they get up there, and it's always a problem because sometimes we want to copy them. I received a call this morning, and okay, let me just keep that talk. But I want to say that sometimes we wait. People now get to a very big stage in life. That is when we now begin to benchmark with them. That's not correct. So one of the things we should learn is that when we see people up there, by the grace of God, the last edition of our conference was sponsored by OPE, and we have other multinationals in the hall as sponsors. We had a budget of over 200 million and well executed. Yes, we have a budget of over 200 million for that event. The hall that we use runs into, a day is 16 million naira, and we have 2 days. And then a couple of components of the event, the lighting, the stage, the screen, it's a lot. Well, engineer women is aware of most of them. Not talk about flight tickets. We flew some even from the East Africa, still on the budget. So where I'm going to is this: if someone see me and say, "Oh, this is doing well" and all that, no, that's not correct. So I just want to show you what I've been able to do in just 8 minutes from when I was in school. Maybe you will pick something from that. I just have that push to share that. It's a journey from childhood. Do you know that when I was in primary school, from primary 4, I used to have pupils coming to my house. I teach them addition and subtractions. Talking about when we use charcoal to write on the wall, far back in 80s when I was in primary school. I was a very good teacher. I love to teach from that childhood. Primary 5, I will have those in primary 3 coming to my house. I will teach them to have that we have this T and U. T is tens, U is unit. 5, 3, they will say subtraction, 3 minus 5, say it is impossible. It was later we found out that 3 minus 5 is possible. You remember that time? You say you cannot, it is impossible, you cannot minus 5 from 3. You say go and borrow 1. So we now run to 5 and borrow 1. When we borrow 1, we remove that 5, we take it to 4. Abi? We take 1 to 3. Thank you. I actually thought Mama actually. I just remember Mama. So interestingly, that was how my journey started. And I would say that the next generations we are building, we need to make them explore what they can do, especially what they can do to assist humanity. Like the younger ones should learn, like if you have a child in SS3, you should try and make him or her teach the other siblings that are younger. That thing helps a lot. So when I moved to secondary school, the same thing. So in my secondary school, I I, I was brilliant actually, and almost everybody want to come to my house. Once you have assignment, we are in the house. We do it together. The only thing I did not know was my English language. I did not know English because of my background, because I was raised from a village. And even our teachers that were teaching us English, I'm not sure they knew that English very well. So but I love mathematics and other subjects. So this is how that spirit started building on me. Seeing those things develops you. I know some of us have left that stage, but you can teach your children to be enterprising, and eventually it will pay off. I'm going somewhere. I need to share you my journey so that no, no. It has been from the childhood to this and that. And you will remember when I came for NYSC, it's good to be creative. Other people are doing math lesson, or I just call myself mathematics clinic. And when you come to my school, my lesson, I will say, we need to diagnose you first. It's a clinic you have come. Do you understand addition? Do you know subtraction? Do you know division? We want to be sure whether you know those things, because if you say you don't know mathematics, there could be some things you have missed growing up. So we'll fix that first. We can say go and do timetable. 7 times 6. We say what's the 7 times 6? 8 times 4, 32. 5 times 4, 20. We'll just do that for you, table 12. Where I'm going to is this. When I did academic mathematics clinic, it was very unique. People came again. I started having small money and all that to survive. So immediately after my service, I told myself, no, let me do something for youth. I did what I call Teenage Success Summit. In this Eket, I used Rose Boom. That was the first time I would host an event. And I used people from my school, and some still join. That day, second day, we did what we call cutlery nights. Imagine as a copper, no money, nothing, but we charge them. We just charge them. We're able to pay for the hall. Some people gave us donations and all that. I even brought guest speaker that spoke to them about their career. Teenage. Sometimes someone will say, no, I'm not from nowhere. I've been telling them I came from Eket. Reminded me of that cancer this morning anyway. And I left my village. I went to neighboring village. What I did, I organized lesson for GCE. And the formula I used that there's an entrance fee of 200 naira. No, that time 100 naira. 2003. How do you know mathematics and you lack money? There's something wrong with you. How do you know physics? You lack money. You know chemistry, and you don't have money. No. If you are brilliant in school, it's already work. It's already work for you. I went to that town. That town is called Ayete. Ayete is close to Takpa. And I started GC class. Do you know that within 2 months, I invited my friends to come and join me. They will now begin to take other classes I could not take. Entrance fee is 100 naira. As you are coming inside, I collect 100 from you. And I go and teach you mathematics. You will love it. Everybody, we were just shouting. From there, I moved from Takpa. The crowd was just too much. You come, you see crowd of 100 people waiting. Yeah, enter. 100. Somebody, I even have a cashier. Actually steal from me. I will go and count. The money is not complete. And that's by the way. So I moved from that town to another town very far away. That town is called Igono. I did not know I will eventually marry somebody from Igono. I told her, a single boy. I went, a complete stranger. I met someone from the church because I went to that church and said, no, I will meet a friend from the church and I will tell the person what brought me here. That time we were waiting for service. Guess what? Within 2 weeks, I replicated what I did in Tapa. The whole town gathered to come and learn mathematics and other subjects. I used the same method. I increased the money to 150 naira. I made money and I was able to contribute to the medical bills of my mother at that time. Now, when I started working bank and all that, and in 2016, I founded Tojum Hospitality. And that was what Mr. Oyume was referring to. I attended START. I was a product of START. And I made up and said, no, I'm going to start a company. Because that time, I had opportunities, people calling me for training, for here and there. While I was working, I was the group GM of Monty Suite. But they'll be calling me, I want training there, I want there, here and there. I said, no. I need to have a company. And the moment we finished that start, I told myself, I'm going to start a company. And God told me, you can use the name of your children. I said, okay, Toju, which is Tosin and Jumoke. I just formed Toju because I wanted to build a generational wealth. I used my name, my children's name. So the moment we started Toju, I thought of, no, let me start a conference immediately. Even while I was working, the conference started, Hotel Managers Conference. So when I left here, I picked up a job in Akure. But inside that time, I did something with tourism. That's a journey. I saw a location in my community called in Idere. And I said, no, this is a very big region. I formed Ibarapa tourism agenda to the point that the state government will now have a fight there. And Idere became one of the major tourist sites in Oyo State. At a point, we won the most visited tourist site in Nigeria. So from there, HMC side began to grow. And in between it, we said, okay, let's start a school. So we formed Hotel Manager School. Are you listening at all? How many things have you formed? We formed Hotel Manager School. Today, we have trained close to 200 students. The list is 250,000 naira. Currently, our school fees is 300,000 naira. 4-month online course. Online. Our students, our teachers, some of them, one from Kenya, one from Ghana, 2 from Nigeria, and we have director of studies. And in between it, we started doing what we call monthly masterclass. Every month, we call it is a community continuous development program for our community. That one is just 10,000 naira. Sometimes we have 100 people in the hall, inside the Google class. It's online. I'm not buying for it. So where I'm going to is this. We need to understand that it's a journey. If you have not killed, practice in the bush, you will not kill the Goliath. Thank God for David. David did what? He did all the facing of lion and all that, right? Even when nobody was really watching. But eventually, he killed Goliath. But I want to stop by this and saying, do you know of all these things I've been able to do? In between it, I found there what we call your mathematics teacher. If you go to the Facebook now, you can go and search it. We help parents to solve assignments. It's still there, even though I'm looking for a teacher that will take it and start making money from it. Some will say it's still free. I say it's free for now. I have over 10,000 followers on that page. I call it your mathematics teacher. That's my page. You can Google it on Facebook. So this is what I want to now say.